Alright, Jonesy, here's an update, and for anybody else interested, on the Madison/Hamilton challenge from the rock that you sent. So first thing I did was I get in the book, do a little studying on Hamiltons, which is what these are, and their age, 16 to about 1,000 or so ago. The fact that they were really thin, high quality, with serrated edges, real fine edge work. I did notice while looking that a lot of these Hamiltons tend to have a concave base, and the sides tend to be concaved. More like this one right here, which these four right here came from the collection of Quartz Crazy. He let me use these as studies. And so I looked at these for a little while, and then I came to the Hamiltons, and the Hamiltons are a tiny bit younger. But I noticed that the edges are more straight, kind of more of a elongated, triangular looking point. They do have some concave bases, but the same kind of description, you know, some straight, some concaved. You know, a lot of times really fine edge work, good flaking and all that. Here's that one that you sent me, and so I studied the edges. Took the rock and took a good whack, and it busts off gorgeous. The inside of that stuff is just really high dollar flint. That is the reason why they can make these so small, because this flint is just amazing. It's really good stuff. So with that said, I took all the information and I went at it, and that's the first one that I made. It's got really nice flaking. I don't know if you can see that right down the edge there. I didn't try to get tricky with the flaking. I was basically trying to make what the challenge was. So, you know, with some real nice edge work, and turned out to be a really good point. The flint is just gorgeous. So then I started thinking, but the challenge was for an itty bitty, and that point is definitely bigger than these. And this is the one that you sent. It's massive in comparison to that, so I went for smaller. So that's the one you sent, and that was the second one. And I thought, well, dang it, that's not small enough. So then I went to this. I thought, well, if I can take a dime and fit one on a dime, then surely that's small enough. Hopefully that would be an itty bitty out of flint, right? So I tried to make the really nice edge work, and elongated, and I thought, you know what, that is small. I'll give you that, Robert. You did good. I'm impressed. And I exhaled. I was like, all right, I did it. I made one. You know. So, but now let's see what I can do. So then I decided to make a real itty bitty. So then I made this one, and then it will easily fit on that dime. So then after I know I've got it, now my goal is to really get some pretty flaking. Oh, had some phone issues. It's not my phone, borrowed phone. But anyway, some real good flaking. I tried to shoot a flake across the back there for hafting. I don't know if it'll show up. It may show up better on this side. You can see that. So yeah, I tried to get some real tight flakes. And most of the time when you're making an arrowhead, you kind of grind it or abrade the sides so that the flaker will get a better grip. These are so small that you can't you can't abrade the side. You can't hold the thing and run a rock across the side and abrade it. So yeah, that's that. I made it. Woo-hoo! And I'm excited. Here's a good upper view of them. That's the second one I made. The one you sent, the first one I made, and these are all from Quartz Crazy. And just to give you an idea of how big they are, you know, this is that rock you sent. So this one I used pretty much the whole rock. And then these two were obviously off of flakes. And while we're at it, I'm sure that somebody's going to be curious to know, this is the Overstreet Identification and Price Guide. Don't worry about the price guide part. Just get into the identification part, which the more I find and the more I flint knap, the more I get into the identification of them and making sure that I kind of want to make sure I make them correct. So yep, I'll be sending these 4 back along with the rest to you, Quartz Crazy. Thanks for letting me use them. And then this one I may save just to put into my little keeper case of points that I make, you know, for the challenge. And then this one I think I may give to my little brother. If you're interested in one, Jonesy, let me know and I'll nap you out one and send it your way. I know you said that you didn't really care, but yeah, just let me know either way. But yeah, thanks again for the rock. It was way more fun than I thought it would be, and really educational for me. I really got into studying and really trying to make a correct point. So yeah, thanks again. And anyone who flint knaps, I used about 5 of these rocks total, so I still have a good bit downstairs. They are really small, but if you're interested, I can send you 3 or 4. I want to try to make a few more. So yep, so that's that. I won't bore y'all too long with this. I'm excited to say that I do feel like I did make a couple itty bitties. See if I can stabilize my camera here so you can take a look. And that one turned out pretty nice. Flaking on that side. That's the bad side. I like this side. Yep. Alright, so thanks again everybody for your comments in advance. Thanks again, Jonesy, for the rock and for challenging. Man, it was really fun. I really do appreciate you doing that. And Quartz Crazy for the examples to look at. And everybody for rooting me on. So I hope I didn't let anybody down. It was a good exhale when I got the first one out of the way. But thanks again, y'all.